Hey YouTube, welcome back. I just want to come through for a moment and just talk about a couple of things that's been happening in the world of colorism, right? You know, just a few things that's been happening. One thing was like the Lance Gross situation, and then the other was, I think, Denyce Lawton. I don't really know who that is. Hey, Cranston Cooper Jr. Thanks for showing up. I kind of thought you were like a, not trying to be shady, but I kind of thought you were like a low key troll. Hey, R. Morris, thanks for showing up. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, Cranston, I have seen your comments here and there. But it was just like a line. I forgot exactly what you said, or what you would say, but it was just kind of like something like good job or something. But yeah, but thanks for showing up. All right. But yeah, I just wanted to come through and talk about, a couple of things that's been going on in the media dealing with colorism, right? And I think the Lance Gross situation happened a minute ago. I meant to make a video about it, but this week I've just been kind of just dealing with anxiety. So I haven't really been up in the mood to make a video, you know. But, I'm feeling better now. And I kind of want to speak on some things. And I kind of like having, being able to have some dialogue with you guys and see what you guys think about things and get your opinions and whatnot. But yeah, the Lance Gross situation, you guys know about that. You heard about it, If not, basically, what happened was Lance Gross, he's an actor. Lance Gross posted a picture of his son. He has a new son. Him and his wife have a son. They have two kids, and their second is a son, and it's their first son. So Lance posted a picture of his son, right? And seemingly, harmless. Parents posting pictures of their kids, right? But he posted a picture and he referenced his son's skin tone, saying like he's hyped that his son's skin tone is coming in. And you know how black people are when it comes to skin tone and references the skin color, complexion, what have you, right? What have you. Some black people, I don't know if it was, I think probably more so black women, because black women usually be leading the charge on stuff like this. Not trying to be shady, just saying. Let's see. R. Morris, do you think he made that statement because he wants a dark-skinned son but a light-skinned daughter? That has crossed my mind. Because I think some of these dark-skinned dudes, they want their sons to be a reflection of them and pretty much to be like their, mini-me in a way, or like an extension of themselves. And I think when it comes to the daughters, these guys, they don't really care. They probably they don't really care, But yeah, I have heard of usually when I hear of like, okay, dark-skinned dads and light-skinned sons, sometimes it's like, oh, the father doesn't claim the son or has an issue claiming the son, like, oh, he's too light to be my kid. I've heard of that. I've heard of people saying that. But I will say, Lance Gross, he has a right to have a child that looks like him. I'm not going to say like, hey, that's messed up. He does have that right. But the thing is, if that's an issue to you, or if that's, really important to you, Wouldn't it have made sense to have gotten with maybe a woman who was more reflective of, or who had those features that could produce the type of son that you wanted? That's the thing, you know. And then Lance Gross in his letter or whatever, that his post was talking about being richly melanated. Right? I forgot how he put it, but something like, you know, he's a richly melanated man. But one thing that I found out during all this, Lance Gross is actually Native African. I didn't know that. He's Ghanaian. I think both of his parents are from Ghana. I don't know if he's from Ghana or he was like born in Ghana, but I know at least both of his parents were. Uh-oh. Let me get away from here. Wasp. But Lance Gross, it's a reason why his career hasn't taken off. And it's kind of a shame because I think he could be like, kind of like that go-to dude, kind of like, you know, like on the Idris Elba level. I think that's how you say his name. You know, maybe even get up to like the Denzel, Will Smith level. But I can see why he's not at that level though. And it's because obviously he doesn't have a good team around him. I'm not even sure if he has a team around him, if they let him do stuff like this. Let's see. R. Morris. He has been called out as a colorist. You know, he does kind of fit the suspect list, you know. He does kind of fit the suspect list, right? Making references to skin tone, you know, having, you know, being a richly melanated man and having a, you know, a light, bright, damn near white wife. He does kind of fit that, you know, bill, referring to himself as richly melanated. R. Morris, he could have been in Black Panther. He could have, really, he could have. Honestly, he could have been in Daniel Kaluuya's place. You know, at least. He could have even played the main role, honestly. But for some reason, I don't know, Hollywood don't seem to be biting from, you know, for Lance Gross. I don't know why. But he, to an extent, he kind of should have already been shot to the moon. But I think the part of the reason is because he doesn't have a good team behind him. Again, if they let him say this, get on Twitter and say this stuff, then I don't know. I don't think homie got a good team around him. And he was, oh, R. Morris. My mother met him and she said he has a bad attitude. Oh, wow. That's a bit of a surprise. Kind of thought he would be a bit more cool and down to earth. But really, seemingly the only like major thing he's been in is like Tyler Perry movies or Tyler Perry television shows, really. And no shade to Tyler Perry shows and movies, you know, no shade, you know. That is a paycheck. That's a working, you know, that's something you can put on your resume. It's a good paycheck, you know. But it's kind of like outside of that Tyler Perry universe, does he really exist as an actor? Okay, your mother works at Hartsfield International Airport, eh? That would be a good place to meet celebrities. Or like LAX. They've all, like TMZ set up, like they camp out at LAX. R. Morris. No, I know he doesn't exist as an actor. It's like, no, there's no speculation. No, it's true. He doesn't exist. Yeah, and also in the letter, he mentioned something about, he's like, he said it like something like, what y'all not gonna do is shame every dark skinned man who's with someone of a lighter complexion. R. Morris, but I do think he's a good actor. Hmm. Yeah. I've only seen him in like the Tyler Perry stuff, and he seemed decent. You know. I think he studied acting in college, like theater as well. But yeah, he was also caught up in a previous colorism drama before this too, with that whole Christmas photos, um, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if it's a scandal, but that Christmas photo incident with his sister. And basically, black women, especially, dark skinned black women, especially, were leading the charge. And he said to them, fuck your feelings. You know, well, I'll say that Lance Gross did acknowledge that colorism does exist. But it's kind of like how, white racist folks acknowledge that racism exists. Like, yeah, it exists, but this, that, and the third. Yeah, his sister. Yeah, they had like went on this like holiday Christmas couples vacation, and his sister was there, and like I think it was him and some of his friends, and his sister was there, but his sister's boyfriend wasn't in the picture, and like they set up the picture to make her look like the odd woman out, because everyone was, I guess, all booed up, and she was off to the side looking lonely, you know. And people kind of felt like he was making, or he participated and helped perpetuate kind of like the stereotype that dark women, are alone, can't get a man, that sort of a thing. And people, some people were offended, particularly black women, especially dark skinned black women. And also in the photo, like, all the dudes had like light, bright, damn near white women with them. R. Morris. And maybe that's why he's not on top. That's true. You know, there's a reason why some people haven't been shot to the moon. But yeah, personally, I think personally, Lance Gross shouldn't have made mention of his son's skin tone to begin with. But since he's in this situation, I think he could have presented a better letter, you know? I think he could have worded some things better if he's really trying to get people to like him and support him and that sort of a thing, and make people say, hey, maybe he's not like one of those type of dudes. Because you got to be careful about that, because some of these black actors, like your Taye Diggs and your Tyrese's, want to say, little sly shit to black women, but then in the next token expect these same black women to support their projects, though. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't think they're going to go for that. R. Morris. So the girl in the picture who was looking lonely was his sister. Yeah, I believe that is his sister. And that's how, based on the information that I've read, it was his sister, actually. And that kind of would explain why she's there. Because you notice, it was mostly the guys and their girlfriends. But yeah, his sister was the joke. You know how they do. Guess some of those black actors like pandering to black women. Yeah. The thing is, they know that black women are kind of like their fan base, are like their biggest supporters, their biggest fan base, their best option. Because if they didn't need black women, they would ignore black women, like how these non-black actors do, right? They tend to ignore black women because they don't feel like they need them. But they can't, your Lance Grosses, your Tyrese's, your Taye Diggs, et cetera, they can't ignore that. Well, they can't ignore black women. They wish they were on a level that they could. I'm pretty sure they do. I'm not sure why they have kind of like a weird, I don't know, some type of slight, subtle animosity towards black women. But they wish they were on a level where they could ignore black women and still be good in their career. That's why Michael B. Jordan spoke out, right? That's why Michael B. Jordan spoke out when that story about him in Italy came out. R. Morris. Damn, he did his own sister like that? Apparently it's a tradition. They've had plenty of photos like that. It's kind of like a tradition. Hey, Omari Mitchell. Oh, you didn't hear about Michael B. Jordan being in Italy? He was in Italy with some of his friends, and he had pretty much supposedly a yacht party. It didn't really look like much of a party to me, but as the media put it, a yacht party, and there were no black women. It was just white women. And then Michael B. Jordan got on Snapchat or whatever, and he was like, I love all women. Notice he didn't say black women. He said all women. Notice how folks are really specific in certain situations and very general in other situations, right? Hey, I don't hate black women. I love all women. Notice that. That's something to notice. R. Morris. Who wants to be on a hoe? Who wants to be a hoe on the boat? Apparently, some black women did. And the same thing happened with Kyrie Irving, too. So apparently, some black women want to be on that hoe boat. You don't want to be on the boat either, R. Morris? Have you guys heard about an actress named Denyce Lawson? Let's see. R. Morris. Well, they need to get a grip and find some self-esteem. Uh-oh, now you sound like the black men now. Like, oh, you never had a chance anyway. You need to get some self-esteem. You shouldn't look for the media for your self-worth. R. Morris. No, I'm married and I have self-respect for myself. Well, I guess you could just say I have self-respect. Or I have respect for myself. But I guess you want to let us know, like, all right, I feel you, R. Morris. You just want to make sure that the message is clear. Respect myself. Now, Mitchell, where you been, Mitchell? Where you been? This actress by the name of Denyce Lawson, I never heard of her till this. But she said, but yeah, she said something to the extent of, you know, basically stop, like black people need to stop trying to say that biracial women aren't black. And some people got upset. You know, and really she said biracial people, but you know she meant biracial women. You know how they try to lump folks together for the numbers? Omari Mitchell. Biracial meaning white and black mix, I'm assuming. Well, she's actually black and Asian, actually. But she kind of does look like she could pass for being like a white and black mix. But yeah, so basically we got the biracial girl feeling some type of way because I guess she feels like she's not being claimed by the black community. And the black community needs to claim her. Omari, because black and Asian usually have different terms like Blasian. Maybe she's not claimed by Asians also. I don't think Asian people really do that. uh, Asian people, I don't know. They seem to be like, if it's like white and Asian, maybe. But if it's like black and Asian, I don't think so. I don't think they be trying to claim the black and Asian people like that. I don't know. R. Morris, my question to that is, do I guess does she remind people that she's biracial? So you feel like she might be sort of playing the fence, feeling like, hey, you know, I'm biracial today, you know, but tomorrow on Black History Day, I'm going to be black. Black at the cookout, biracial in the office. Yeah, she even probably come with the kente cloth to come to the cookout. But when she get in the office, she gonna make sure that not a curl is in the hair, not a not a kent on that cloth. My question is, does she say that she's biracial? I personally haven't heard of her before now, so I don't know. I can't say for sure, but oftentimes with these biracial people, it's like you kind of have to give a side eye to them a little bit, because it's like they kind of play the fence, and the black community plays the fence in claiming them. Sometimes they want to claim them when they're like, fight the power, are they really sexy, and you want to hit, both the male and the females. Or, they want to push them out when when we have to start competing for opportunities, and when we feel like, we're not getting enough shine. Omari, I don't know what movie she's in. Like I said, I haven't heard of her until this. We know they play the fence. Look at Dak Prescott. You think Dak Prescott is playing the fence? Well, he made sure to distance himself from all them Negroes who kneeling for the flag. He like, nah. I'm a good old house Negro. Like, white man, please don't take my opportunities away. I do's whatever you say, Mr. White Man. Anything you says. But yeah, Dak Prescott is biracial, He doesn't seem to come from the same tribe that Colin Kaepernick comes from. And that's okay. That's okay. Omari, he is biracial. Last year, he thought him being biracial would help people understand. So his views were different last year? Well, being biracial didn't help Colin Kaepernick out. I'm pretty sure people were calling Kaepernick all kinds of niggers on Twitter when he was kneeling and sitting out and not protesting. Well, when he was protesting for the flag. R. Morris, she was an actress on the Tyler Perry TV show. Oh, okay. Okay. I haven't seen anything lately because I don't really watch much television anymore. I've been kind of deciding whether or not to give it up totally. Like this year, I probably watched like a few hours of television. Not that much. Omari Mitchell. Colin is a young Malcolm, though. I think that's a bit, let's see how this plays out. Omari Mitchell. I don't think Colin's parents withheld his history from him. Perhaps. You know, Colin Kaepernick was adopted, even though he's biracial. He was adopted and raised by white people, you know. But I think somewhere along the way, he somehow maybe got woke. Omari, LMAO. Okay, maybe I reach with the young Malcolm. Yeah, you know, let's give it time. Let's see how it plays out in years to come. If he's going to really be like a young Malcolm X. Dak went to Mississippi State. Oh, okay. Is that like a breeding ground for coons or racists? I can see racist. R. Morris, Dak is from the same state that I'm currently staying. Oh, Dak is from Mississippi or Louisiana? Facto. I don't know what that means. Fact. Okay, Tejas. Okay. And he was ghetto, involved in a lot of things. Okay, so now, okay, he trying to put on like this old good boy act for folks now. Like, you know, I'm just a nice, wholesome, young, biracial, half black fellow, right? I don't mean no harm to none of these white people out here, you know. And he's going to get him a wholesome white woman, a wholesome white Becky, and have a nice, wholesome white family. Players, Omari Mitchell. Players kneeled again yesterday. Did you see Trump's tweets? No, I didn't. I'm guessing Trump called them sons of bitches again. But the people in the clans, you know, there's some good folks in the Klansmen, some good clans folks. But the people who are kneeling, you know, they some sons of bitches. But do we really expect much from Donald Trump? Are the people who elected Donald Trump, do we really expect much from them? Omari, David Duke said Spike Lee's new movie makes him look like a fool. So David Duke, I really am out the loop. Black Klansman. I thought that was like a Keel and Peele movie. A Keel and Peele movie or something. It's like some movie that's supposed to be about black Klansmen or something, or infiltrating the Ku Klux Klan, based on a true story. Black man infiltrates Klan using white voice. Oh, I did hear about a story of a black Klansman. Well, not a. I don't know if he was. I don't think he was an actual Klansman, but he was kind of like. He was doing research on the on the Ku Klux Klan, on the KKK. He was doing ethnography. Have you seen Sorry to Bother You? Is that a movie? Is that a recent movie that came out? Yes, very good. What's it about? World domination coming, bro. At first, it was about getting ahead using white voices or white voice. Have you guys heard about the Sierra Russell Wilson Slim Thug situation? You know, a lot of people seem to put themselves in like Sierra situations a lot. Let's see, Omari Mitchell. Then it switched to the idea that the best labor would come from blacks turning into horses. Oh. This is something new to me. Yeah, that Sierra situation, and people kind of putting themselves in the situation and saying that, you know, Sierra and Russell Wilson, I don't know, I guess they don't seem like a legitimate couple, maybe. I don't know. But I do kind of feel like people don't want to let Sierra redeem herself, though. You know, kind of like, you know, she made a mistake, you know, a foolish mistake, and she's trying to, you know, get past that mistake. But I think sometimes people don't want to let black women get past their mistakes and their shortcomings. Okay, hey, welcome, Jam Love. Jam Love. Slim Thug is jealous. He is one to talk. He had a relationship with one of his cousins. People have been saying that. I'm like, how does that happen? It's just like a cousin-in-law or like a blood cousin. How did that happen? And some people have, a few people have speculated that he maybe was referring to actually his relationship with LaToya Luckett and feeling like LaToya Luckett left him, you know, the thug dude, for like, you know, the square dude. Russell, Omari Mitchell. Russell. Russell is a good dude. Nothing wrong with that. But people in the community, I think there's a group of people, I don't know how big, but I think they kind of do feel that something's wrong with it. I think that they kind of feel like as a black man, you should kind of be a certain way. You know, it's like, I don't know, people seem to not want to give black people, in general, black people, like, don't want to give black people humanity to an extent, or like allow black people to be three-dimensional. Kind of like they just want you to be like a stereotype. You know, like black is this and only this. But then these are like some of the same people who be on like, oh, you know, the black man is God or the black woman is God bullshit. And, you know, saying that, you know, everything originated from black people. But the same thing like that originated from black people, like all this originality, but black people can't be, you know, a little different, quote unquote. Jam Love. And that's why we can't further ourselves. Priorities all wrong. Yeah, I think some people are more interested in being like seen as cool and like kind of like interested in having like a nice public image, you know? Like, and I think for people, I think for the black community, a guy like Russell Wilson is a bit odd. I think they probably would attribute a Russell Wilson to like more so white folks. Why is having intelligence square? Well, no one likes a smart person. No, and like, especially in the black community, I've heard that like there's like a study that said like for like students, if you're a black student and you're smart, you tend to have less friends. But when they did that study with like other groups of people, you tend to have more friends. Omari Mitchell, if we really had thugs, why is Zimmerman alive and all these cops who killed unarmed men, unarmed black men, by the way, not just unarmed. But yeah, I get what you're saying. That's the thing too. They want to be like pretend thugs. Like they want to be pretend thugs. They want the look. They want that look. But the thing is, when you really need a thug to handle some shit, where are these motherfuckers at? Where the fuck they at? You know, where the hell they at? When you really need these dudes to handle some business, they ain't nowhere to be found. George Zimmerman someone should have been ramped up on George Zimmerman. Especially George Zimmerman. He's probably like the easiest target that's out there. Now these cops, that might be a little different. That might be a bit tough, but you can still get these cops too. And don't know YouTube folks go reporting me to the police either, because you know how that goes. They quick to report you to the police when you on social media talking smack about the cops and stuff. But you notice that they're really quick with that. But they aren't so quick when we say, hey, you know, this is police brutality. This needs to stop. This needs to be addressed. This needs to be rectified. Like, nah. Then all of a sudden we gotta go through bureaucracy and red tape and all this paperwork and shit. Let's see. R. Morris, Slim Thug got his own cousin pregnant twice. People are not gonna let Slim Thug live this down. Did he know that was his cousin? That's a little strange. How'd that happen? How'd that happen? How you get your cousin pregnant? Your stripper cousin pregnant. Let's see. Omari Mitchell. They better not take your platform like they did that guy Jones's. Omari, you've spoken the real since the first video I saw. Thanks. I appreciate that. But you know, when you speak in the real ugly real, folks ain't gonna like that. You know, I'm starting to get trolls. And I suppose that's in a way sort of like a good sign that's showing that I'm progressing in YouTube, because, you know, all the people who are big deals have trolls, you know. It's true. But it's just, sometimes I'm just like, what are these folks trolling about exactly? But also the police, though, those police, I don't know. They just be watching, folks. Um, let's see. R. Morris. Well, please don't post this video because a lot of restrictions are going on YouTube. YouTube has been a little strict, cutting down on stuff lately. They've been doing that. YouTube has been cleaning house to an extent. I had someone post a comment saying that basically they're saying that I'm an agent and they're going to get me kicked off of YouTube. Someone posted a comment about that on one of my pages. Kim Denson. Damn, that's crazy. I'm subscribing. I like this channel. Thanks for the support, Kim. It's crazy how people find your channel and stuff. Let's see. Jam Love. So people make it seem like Sierra is less worthy because she used to date street dudes. Seemingly, yeah. I think people don't want to give Sierra the opportunity to redeem herself. It's kind of like, once a baby mama, always a baby mama. Once a ratchet hood chick, always a ratchet hood chick. Even though I personally never viewed Sierra in that light, I never viewed her as like a hood rat. Me personally, I just kind of felt like she just was like, a seemingly respectable woman who made a bad decision, a foolish decision, but also a bad decision. And she's trying to redeem herself. But you notice this, like, folks, I don't know, they don't want to see her win for some reason. They don't want to see her redeem herself for some reason. There was also some controversy with like her and Future, and he like going crazy on Twitter, calling her bitches and stuff because she won't let him see his son. Then it was that controversy about, Sierra not saying Future's name when they were doing some type of event for Billboard. Jam, swagalicious doesn't pay the bills or raise families. That's true, but it gets you hot and bothered. It gets the women hot and bothered, though. They like that. And, that's important. Sierra, Omari Mitchell. Sierra dated Bow Wow. Is he thug? Now, y'all know Shag Moss is gangster. Y'all know Shag Moss is a gangster. Jam Love. Nah, Bow Wow more square than Russell. But what exactly is making these dudes square? Is it just that they don't have the thug hood dude persona? See, that's why some of these dudes end up going over to like non-black women, because the non-black women, for them just being black is, edgy enough as it is. Right? Them just being black is edgy. So you can be like a Carlton Banks, but to like the non-black women, that's that's a thug right there. Omari Mitchell. How do you feel about the bait truck in Chicago full of Nikes put in poor black communities by kids playing basketball? Did they put bait trucks in any other ethnic neighborhoods or any other? Did they put them in white neighborhoods? Did they put them in Latino neighborhoods? Did they put them in Asian neighborhoods? Or did they just target black neighborhoods? And also, it's like, why are you? It's seemingly you're trying to fill your jails. You're trying to fill your jail cells. That's, almost as if this was like, very calculated. This is very, think about it. R. Morris, since when are athletes considered corny? Athletes, you got a point there, but I think because Russell Wilson seems more, to have Christian values, family oriented, you don't see him, just all over the place, leaning and twirling and popping and all that stuff. Because if this was high school, Russell Wilson would be considered the popular jock. You got a point there. But I think because Russell Wilson seems a bit kind of like wholesome, all-American-ish, And I think that's something that we as black people kind of need to, we as black people need to address that. It seems like sometimes we want to promote a certain image or a certain way to be. It seems like we hold on to that and we cling on to that. R. Morris, no, they just put bait trucks in black neighborhoods. Okay, so they want to fill their jail cells with new slaves, basically. They want to get these kids while they're young, get them caught up in the legal system so they can have some more free or cheap labor. Omari Mitchell, we need to promote engineering, agriculture, and group economics. And I say mathematics as well. I wish, personally, that's like probably a regret that I have. I wish that I had stuck with math, and kept going with math. I'm kind of trying to slowly get back into math, Agriculture. Yeah, agriculture is pretty good. So we can have our own food supply and stuff like that. I think there are black farmers, But I think for black people, I don't think they want to go to like agriculture because it's reminiscent of slavery. Lozina? Is that how you say your name? I see you in the comment section. Lozina. I think that's how you say your name. And IT. I don't see much black people in IT. I'm always the only one. Okay. What type of IT work do you do? I was in IT for like a quick second. For like a very quick second. And I'll say that I did see, like, in one IT job that I worked, the supervisor, my direct supervisor, was black, black from a distance as well. And then another one that I worked, the head supervisor was black. Not so much black from a distance, but, black still. So I think there's some, but I get what you're saying, though. Omari Mitchell, but agriculture is the only way we can live without them. Yeah, we have to basically we need our own landmass. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but We need our own land mass and thus creating our own system. Omari, same here. I'm business finance. Okay, fancy hedge fund guy. But I was encouraged by a white person to switch. Yeah, what did you switch to? Let's see, I'm okay. Lozina. I'm currently in mobile data, but I used to work in web development. Okay. Okay, so we got a black woman in STEM. That's always good to see and good to hear. Omari Mitchell. I switched to finance from motion picture production. Oh. Personally, I think you made a good switch, you know. No shade to the artistic people. Definitely not. I'm not trying to shade anybody, but the thing is though with that, a lot of times it just seems like sometimes you don't necessarily have to do the major. You just have to find a way just to get your foot in the door, perhaps being like a production assistant or something. Yeah, I've been looking into like, some STEM type of work and jobs and stuff like that as well. Let's see. Exactly. Most people in my field, parents put them in studios of friends. Okay. Yeah. Connections. The connections. That is something that is important. Richie McIntyre. Welcome back, Richie. I pronounced your name right this time and it didn't take 5 minutes. Okay. Richie, are you in the UK? Right? You're in the UK? My focus, do you mean as far as like my field of study, my major, that sort of a thing? Omari Mitchell, we also need chemists. 300 George Washington carvers wouldn't hurt. Yeah, yeah. Some black chemists in the lab mixing up some things. I don't know. I think we can also use people in the trades. I think we would also need, plumbers, electricians, nurses. I think that probably would be considered STEMs though. Nurses, maybe. The trades. I know in my high school, trades were not, I wouldn't say they weren't totally not promoted, but it seemed like they weren't promoted as much as like college, you know. My girl said more black men teachers in social work. I do think, I think so, but I think these men don't want to deal with these kids though. But yeah, it is important. But yeah, sometimes the youth can be a bit much though, especially our black youth. Yeah, I've, thought about being a teacher for a moment. But as far as being a teacher on the grade school level, I don't feel like going through all the hoops to get to that. And as far as being a teacher on the college level, it doesn't seem like as much, like a lot of like, the pay ain't right. you know. Okay, you could be a coach, Omari Mitchell. I can teach kids how to hoop. Okay, you can be a basketball coach. Omari Mitchell. Sorry, y'all. Baltimore raised me. No, I didn't know you were from Baltimore. But I don't know. I don't know if black people want to really step up and do all this work that we need done. We got to be honest with ourselves and honest about who we have on our team, who we working with, you know. What about a black social network? Omari said. I heard that Tariq was supposed to be trying to do something like that, but I heard that he wasn't able to get it to go through. Wasn't Black Planet sort of like that though? Or is Black Planet like a dating site? Or at least black owned tobacco company? Huh. I don't know about the tobacco company though. I don't really want to have black people linked to like the you know drugs. You know, like tobacco has ruined a lot of people's lives. Personally, I don't think black people need to be smoking tobacco and cigarettes and whatnot, especially chewing. I don't know. Like, I think there may have, I don't know. I know that chewing tobacco ain't really popular with black people, but I do think there are a few black people who do the chewing tobacco, though. Omari says, no, we would sell it to them like they do us. He like, yeah, let's get some white people. Yeah, we gonna get y'all like you got us. Yeah. Richie, the DMV area in NC are the black career hubs. Good to know. I might need to pay a visit or make a move to one of those areas. Let's see. Lozina, I like this idea. Do you know about Shrapra, Shapra R? That application is like a professional Tinder. It could be cool to do a black. It's forbidden to do things only for black people in France, though. Okay, shape R. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I was like, I thought that was like, at first, I thought that was like the name of like some type of software program. Richie, yes, DC is known as Chocolate City. Omari, Charm City, I think, greater than Chocolate City? I think that's a greater than sign. Chocolate City. Okay, thank you for clearing that up. Charm City, aka Baltimore. Okay, I didn't know. Thank you. That's something new. I didn't know that Baltimore was nicknamed Charm City. So Charm City is greater than Chocolate City. Sorry, bro. Omari Mitchell, come to the East Coast, bro. Are you referring to me, Omari? Because if you are, I'm already there. I'm already on the East Coast, Omari. Where do you think I am? But, I have been thinking about making a move, perhaps up to maybe that sort of an area, though. You look like. I don't want to block that. Okay, here you go. You look like you in the woods of Ohio. I actually have some family in Ohio. But no, I'm not in Ohio. I'm not in the woods of Ohio. All right. Richie, the DMV area has the most concentrated population of black doctors in the US. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you very much for that information. I really. See, you always learn something new every day. Personally, I think if you're not learning, you're not living. Like, if you can't learn at least one thing new, like once a day, then I don't think you're living well enough. Jam Love, speaking of Ohio, I notice I see more black men, white couples there than anywhere. I noticed that too. I like, I do notice that. And the thing is, like, I have family in Ohio, and my family like has family reunions in Ohio. And when I went to the family reunions, I did see a lot of that. And also not just like not just like my extended family, but also just in general, I see that too playing out. I think the black women up there are kind of like struggling as far as like trying to get a black man. And I know, okay, here's something crazy, a bit of a crazy story. Not crazy, but a bit interesting. My dad's girlfriend, her son only dates white women. And I don't think she really appreciates that. Yeah, I don't think she really appreciates that, and she kind of feels some type of a way about that because I think also she wanted to have like a black daughter-in-law because she only has like a son. She only has one child, you know, and so she was hoping to have like a black daughter-in-law. Omari blames football for having so many black-white couples, or black men, white female couples. But I will say, like, in general, I think white supremacy really sets itself up to have black men lusting after white women. I know that, the black women probably don't really want to hear that, but I think that's a part of it, though. They do kind of set it up to have that, have black men lusting after white women. But that creates drama and tension within our community because the black women are looking at it and they're feeling resentful, like, hey, like, why is why are so many black men dating outside the community? And then that may cause the black women to want to start dating outside the community. Then you have children. There's offspring from these relationships. There's kids from these relationships, and the kids are probably more than likely being brought into the black community, thus perpetuating colorism. Omari, we all see on TV, magazines, social media, classroom, white women. Yeah, they do promote that interracial agenda really strong. Because you notice, like, when it's a black man and a white woman together in the media, they seem to kind of cover the story a lot more. Like, that seems to get more attention. Why? And I do think that black men are more susceptible to the swirl agenda than black women are. Now, I've kind of spoken about this before, but, historically speaking, black men didn't have access to white women. So for black men, as a collective, interracial dating is sort of new. It's a new concept. It's a new thing. But for black women, it's not anything new. R. Morris, in my opinion, nothing new under the sun. You kind of sound like, that's something that kind of like my mom would say. But I do agree with that saying. I think that's from the Bible, I think. It's like nothing's new under the sun. Omari, brung a white girl home. Mom said I was experimenting. Did she feel some type of a way? Did you think that there was a little bit of animosity? Oh, wow. Your mom, your mom, she already coming with the shade. She's like, let me just set this white girl straight right now. Yeah, but perhaps the white girl was experimenting too. Okay, but they became cool. Okay. Are you in an interracial relationship right now? Jam Love, are Black American / Caribbean plus Latino couples considered swirling dating outside the community? Personally, I think if it's like a Dominican, well, I would say Caribbean folks, if they're black, then no. If it's like the Hispanic Caribbean, possibly. But usually, like, if it's like an Afro-Latino or an Afro-Latina, I wouldn't consider that an interracial relationship Like if I, was able to get a relationship with like Christina Milian or like Amara La Negra or, you know, any other sexy, hot Afro Latina, I wouldn't consider that an interracial relationship. Omari Mitchell, yes. Drops a bomb. Uh-oh. Oh, black women, get him. He's in an interracial relationship. Oh, wow. A real live swirler. Omari Mitchell, white girls and light women love my black dark skin. I'm pretty sure you got some, black women who are brown skin and dark skin who like your skin tone too. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying. I guess they want to get some of that melanin up in their life. You know. Omari, I've dated them too, but said our babies would be too dark. Oh, wow. So some women were saying that, some dark skinned, brown skinned women were saying you guys' kids would be too dark. Well, it's like, well, what's too dark? What's too dark though? Richie McIntyre, I'm not attracted to white people. I've tried. They smell like snot to me. Well, maybe you just need to be around some white people who take showers and, bathe on a regular basis. Omari Mitchell, I look like Bobby Smurda. Dark face, brown body. Do you got them Bobby Smurda lips too? That's probably what they really be feeling. They want to know what that mouth can do. Rebecca want to know what that mouth can do. Omari Mitchell. My mom told me at 6 years old, white women will be after me when I'm older. Wow. She already saw it. I never understood it till I got to college. Are you able to have conversations about race and kind of like, black things with your girlfriend? Because I do think that's important. Spelled that all the way. They after you for your melanin. Hell, if melanin could have been stolen from us, it probably would have been stolen from us. Well, it kind of was in a way. If you think about it, melanin was kind of stolen during the slavery experience. Richie, LOL, at Omari Mitchell. Mama was right. Omari Mitchell, she's actually in the trenches as a social worker in the city. So I guess she does a lot of social work with black families and black youth. But struggles with the resentment that blacks give her. Because, she's a white woman in a black situation and she does represent the government, and people may feel like she's trying to cause problems and strife. Richie McIntyre, it's weird. I talk like this because my grandfather is white. Okay, so it looks like you have a biracial parent. I'm going to assume it's the mom. It's always the mama. Hey, black mama, biracial. No, black daddy, biracial mama. Okay, so Richie, you are in DC and Omari is in Baltimore. And I guess maybe Jam Love might be in Ohio. Let's see. Omari, do you, as far as, see, I kind of have like a few, kind of have questions. Usually I have questions for people in interracial relationships. Not shady questions, but just questions, you know. Omari, I have a question. Do you think that people kind of give you a little grief about being in an interracial relationship? Like you kind of, maybe from like family members or friends. Omari Mitchell. Yes, they do. Do you think it's coming from like the black people or maybe like more so white people? A combination of both? Richie, probably blacks. Why do you say that, Richie? You think that, let's see, Richie, especially if he's educated. Yeah, if it's like, kind of like the dude would seem like a catch, you know? Omari Mitchell, we met in college. Richie, we do it to my cousins all the time. You know? I don't know how people would react if I'm, you know, brought home. Let's see. Yeah, Jam Love. Yeah, I'm currently going to school in Ohio, but I'm originally from Florida. My family is Jamaican. The dating prospects are dismal in Ohio. Okay, so I assume you're a black woman, from the Caribbean, Jamaican, in Ohio, and the black dudes up there are trying to get with anything but a black woman. And have you ever thought about maybe interracially dating? It doesn't have to be white. I'm just asking. I'm not trying to push anything on anybody or anything like that. Just, asking the questions. That's all. Omari Mitchell, read my comment above. Your comment above, I read that one. We met in college, right? I read that one. Two above that. Bring the questions. Okay, I'll bring some questions. Okay. Okay. Black people give you the most grief about your relationship. Black men or black women? And also, this white woman, is she like super white? Like white white? Okay. Black women and black women and white men give you the most grief. Okay. And also, I think the way that your girlfriend looks kind of can trigger something too, because oftentimes when it's like a really dark skinned black man with like a really white woman, like blonde hair, blue eyes. Okay, she's Italian Sicilian, so she might have a little, you know, color, a little color. Just a little. Like just a little. I think they call it like an olive skin tone. Oh, curly hair. I have seen Italians have sort of like a look to them, you know. You like that hair though. She once said to me, black women, I guess black women, are far more attractive than white women. Hmm, that's interesting. Hmm. Jam Love, I can only truly be myself with someone black or Afro Latino. Hmm. Mhm. All right. For you, that's kind of like you feel the most at ease and at rest, and you can just, you don't have to worry about your hair looking a certain way or um, speaking about race issues or, issues in the community, you know, feeling like you guys are both on the same page when it comes to, you know, issues in the community. Omari Mitchell, I actually think she suffers from self hate, if that makes any sense. Hmm. Hmm. That's interesting. But I suppose this woman must be pretty special if you're willing to put up with this, um, the BS that you go through. But I just hope that, I hope that she holds you down. You trying to, Omari Mitchell, I have her watching your type videos and Willie D and the Sheets, Hidden Colors, etc. You trying to indoctrinate her and get her on the black side. Hey, welcome to the chat, Anna. I'm not sure if I've ever seen you. I don't think I've ever seen you post. Is this your first time here? I feel like you're familiar, but I know I never seen you comment before. Omari Mitchell. Yes, just open her eyes about how we live. Okay. Omari Mitchell. We once argued over the fact that she, I guess, once said she learned Black history in school. I learned about the 60s. Richie. Okay. I'm trying to understand that. Okay. All right. I think I remember. I remember that, Anna. Welcome back. Long time no see. Okay. We once argued over the fact that she once said she learned Black history in school. I learned about the 60s. Richie, I come from education. And when you achieve success, they want you with someone Black. Yeah. Because that's sort of like a thing too, because sometimes it seems like once like Black men kind of achieve a certain level of success, it seems like the message is like, oh, Black women aren't good enough for him anymore. And I think that triggers Black women. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. And it seems to be sort of like a reoccurring theme. So that triggers Black women, especially. And it kind of maybe makes them seem like, oh, Black women are good enough, when you're, down and out, struggling on the come up. But once you get up, oh, the Black woman ain't good enough. Okay. Omari Mitchell messed up that post. Richie McIntyre. A lot of the men in my family went the hardest. The hardest, as in they going hard to be with Black women, or going hard against people who are with white women, or could you clarify that? Omari Mitchell, she basically said in her high school, all they taught about Black history was the 60s. Okay. You like, nah, that ain't enough, baby. So come on over here and sit down here and watch these damn videos. Omari Mitchell, I was the first to tell her about Madam C.J. Walker, etc. Okay. Yeah, the public school systems, and they ain't really trying to teach Black stuff. It's like slavery, the civil rights movement, Martin Luther King, and perhaps Barack Obama now. Maybe. They might do Barack Obama. But that's pretty much it. Omari, going hard against them for choosing white women. Okay. Okay. Well, I know black women would probably appreciate that. Appreciate the men in your family. Because, the black women sometimes feel like they're alone and feel like folks don't really give a damn about it until the black woman's, dating interracially. Omari Mitchell, she didn't even know Malcolm was shot and killed. She cried when that scene happened in Ali. Oh, she didn't know that Malcolm X was assassinated? What they teaching her in these damn schools? Have you guys met each other's families? Well, you said that your girlfriend met your mom. Have you met anybody in her family? And if so, how did they react to you? Nope, had no idea. Cried real tears. So she thought he was still alive or something? Richie McIntyre, and she learned black history in school. Omari Mitchell, I live with her family. LMAO. Wow. Oh, so I guess her family must be cool. And so it sounds like her family is cool with you if they're letting you live together. Oh, okay. They thought I was Arab because of my first name at first. Oh. So they thought they were inviting an Arab man into the family, but nah. Uh-uh. You got a black man. Living there rent free. Okay, so they, letting you live there rent free. So I'm guessing things are, all good. Stacking while I'm in school. Okay. Well, that's pretty nice of your girlfriend's family. I wish I could live somewhere rent free. As long as I don't cheat, everything's good. So you getting treated pretty well. You're getting treated pretty well. Because that's the issue, too, about how families react. That's the issue about how families react to their children dating. Omari Mitchell, her sisters hate it, though. Why do they dislike it? Anna A. I'm so glad I don't swirl. Swirling, it's a risky thing. Richie McIntyre, here's a question. Can you be pro-black while dating outside your race? Question mark. Okay, so because her parents don't like their other daughters' boyfriends as much as you. What's so special about you, Omari? No shade. No shade, of course. But, you know, it's kind of like, what kind of sets you apart from them, though? I got a question. Can you be pro black and white? Abe Lincoln? Your look sets you apart. Is it because you look good and the other boyfriends look busted or something? No, Abe Lincoln was not pro black at all. Signed, Anna A. Because Omari's looks, intelligent, charming. Okay, okay. Abe Lincoln had an agenda. LMAO. Omari Mitchell, I was trolling y'all with the Abe Lincoln. Okay, Omari, just want to see if we paying attention. Let's see, just watched the movie on Netflix. Okay, probably like the only person that doesn't watch Netflix. But during that whole Monique situation, though, when she was boycotting Netflix, I had heard so much about it, I actually thought about getting Netflix. Like, she was giving them a whole lot of free promo, full free promotion. Richie Blackentire, I feel like I'm being trolled this whole time. Anna, I love Netflix because of the black content. Okay. I did hear that there were, you know, a lot of black creatives, you know, use Netflix as sort of like their platform. Did y'all support Monique and her boycott against Netflix? R. Morris, no, because I never had Netflix. Omari Mitchell, you're not, bro. My girl is white and I'm black. Black smoke, meat, hoop, talk loud, love to read and see other people who like me succeeding. Other people who look like me succeeding. Anna A. I didn't boycott her, but I believe what she said. More so because of Lee Kunios and Oprah. Okay. Yeah, I believe that what she's saying is true about Lee Daniels, Oprah, and Tyler Perry, too. I don't think she's going about this the right way. Let's see. Um, our, let's see, Richie. I don't respect the way Monique does business. Yeah, I don't think she's doing business the best way. I think that she needs to learn how to the not talk so much. Like, she's saying a lot of things that are kind of like, you know, kitchen table talk type of stuff. Lozina or Lozina. The real question is, can you be pro-black while dating sometimes inside and sometimes outside? I'm guessing sometimes inside, while it's like if you're like someone who dates like both interracially and intra-racially. Richie McIntyre, I don't like Oprah. Why not? Are you a hater? Are you just hating because she got money and you don't? Omari Mitchell, I know Richie. I fit so many, sadly. Omari was on Junior Olympics at age 8. Okay. So it looks like Anna, not Anna, it looks like your girlfriend um, might have a come up. Anna, I really don't see the attraction of other races of people. Maybe it's the way I'm raised, but what's the appeal of other groups of people? Most non-black men are abusive as hell toward black women. I never heard about that. Specifically black women. Lazina, well, some guys like dating black, white, Asian, etc. Amari Mitchell played every sport in high school, was also disliked because of my confidence and my dark skin. Did you go to an like a majority white high school or something? Omari Mitchell, oh, sorry, I read that already. Anna, you're a fetish to these people. It's creepy and honestly tells a lot about your self-worth. Ouch. That is quite a statement, Anna. But I do feel like it can have some truth to it, though. Amari Mitchell never thought being dumb was cool. And coming from Baltimore, where we call each other dummy. Get out of here. This damn fly. So I kind of feel like you, Omari, might be, I don't know, kind of like, are you perhaps in a way maybe like a Russell Wilson to an extent? Anna, Oprah, a white woman. Richie, when she said I built a school in Africa because they care more about education and African American kids only buy shoes and clothes, I was done. Oh, I didn't hear about that. I didn't know about that. Richie McIntyre, that hurts because she is a black woman from Chicago. Yeah, and you kind of thought that she would be a little different, you know? Omari Mitchell, I thought Oprah was from the South originally. I think she is, maybe. I know she lived in the South. I'm not sure. Originally. Omari, I went to an all black Latino Jesuit, I think that's how you say that, school, Cristo Rey, Baltimore. Oh, so you went to seemingly a private school. I kind of thought this would be coming from the public school. But you said like an all black Latino situation. So, okay, the black, maybe it was the black side. I guess I missed the comment that Anna posted. Because some people are saying, like, that ain't cool, be nice. So I'm not sure. Let's see. Omari Mitchell. I wouldn't say Russell Wilson. More like African dude who figured out CTE. Let's see. Anna, I grew up in the United States and went to Europe to go to college. University. I'm originally Ethiopian and currently at Ethiopia with with my parents. I've seen Arabs fetishize me and more. Hmm. I would call my bro on the regular because of that. It's horrible in Europe. Oh. I didn't know you were so well traveled, Anna. Hmm. So you only would want like Ethiopian men? Or would other people in the diaspora work for you? R. Morris, Oprah's from Mississippi. She said that bullshit, Richie says. Anna, these groups of non-black men scare the F out of me. So you kind of just feel safer with black men. Omari Mitchell, Africans tell me all the time I look like, let's see, I look like I'm from Ghana, but all I can say is I'm from Baltimore. Well, well, you could get a test. You could get a DNA test, you know. You can get a DNA test and it can kind of help trace back, your origins and whatnot. I've gotten a DNA test. Naturally gifted. Hi, I love your voice. Thanks, naturally gifted. Thank you for joining the chat too. I appreciate that. It's kind of interesting because with the chat room, sometimes I see people who don't leave comments. And then on the flip side, I see people in the comment section but don't join the chat. So it's kind of like I'm kind of like seeing different people. Or, some people I know and some people I don't know. Omari, kind of private. We all worked 1 day a week to help pay for tuition. Okay. Omari Mitchell, I was the first graduating class. Okay, so I'm guessing this must have been a new school. Anna, I also have family in Miami. I was there a week ago, actually. Haha. Anna, I've only dated black Americans. Yeah, I have a sister who lives in Miami. So I guess I have family too. I have family in Miami too. Haha. But I haven't been there in a minute. I went last year. Naturally gifted. I love your content on your channel. Thank you. I appreciate you watching my content. I need to post some new content. I've kind of been a bit on kind of like auto drive. Maybe not auto drive, but cruise control or autopilot with my content a little bit. But I appreciate you. I appreciate your support and your viewership. Anna, which is funny because I went to a majority white school first, but because I was bullied by white kids and some Hispanics, I quickly learned what the deal was. Do you think if perhaps you had a better experience with those groups of people, you would feel a certain way or feel a different way? Oh, Lozina, Are you in like the UK? Wow, that's pretty late. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate that. I'll be back up live streaming at one point or another. I don't know when though. Um, Amari Mitchell, gotta love South Beach. Hope to move one day before it's underwater in 15 years. Well, if you know it's about to get submerged underwater, I don't think that's a good place to move to, Omari. God, dang it. These bugs. Okay, I think that might be a B. Let me get out of here. Okay. Naturally gifted. All I have to say, let's see, sorry. I have to say I love all shades of color. As for men, but I'm find myself more attracted to dark men. Is that wrong of me? Are you light skinned? Naturally gifted? Because your photo, like the way that my phone's set up, I can't really see your photo that good. Okay, so you are light skinned. Okay. I noticed that light skinned people tend to not get the self hate label when they are attracted to people of a different hue. You notice that? Let's see, naturally gifted. Do you have, dark skinned men in your family? As well as like in the community that you live in? The school that you attended? That sort of a thing. Let's see. R. Morris, at naturally gifted. I like light skinned men. Okay. And R. Morris, I feel like people would probably be quicker to label you self-hating versus to label naturally gifted self-hating. Is that fair? Let's see. Anna, I don't know. I also click better with black Americans in general. And my whole family tends to date only Africans or just people from the diaspora in general. Hmm. So you would kind of maybe see yourself dating and marrying and having kids with a African American man. Hmm. Let's see. Naturally gifted. Yep. Yes. I mean no. I guess that was questions I was asking. R. Morris, are you dark skin, brown skin? R. Let's see. Amari Mitchell, not at all. I just found out then I'm considered to be brown. Oh, you're in Africa now. You're in Ethiopia, right, Anna? Yep. Yep. Okay. Do you speak? I think it's Aramic or something like that. Aramic. Let's see. Omari Mitchell. Then there you go. Opposites attract. Naturally gifted. Omari Mitchell. Dot dot dot. LOL. I do kind of see that sometimes, you know, in like the community. It seems like you do kind of see like, especially when it comes to like the dark skinned men and the light skinned women. It seems like that seems to be like a lot of like major attraction. It happens with the light skinned men and the dark skinned women too, you know. Pretty Afro Black Infinity. I think no matter what, light skinned men will be put above darker men. Pretty Afro Black Infinity. I kind of feel like the darker dudes are being put above the lighter dudes, the lighter men, at least in the black community. Because right now we're kind of like in, you know, the era of, you know, the dark skinned man is in. Notice it's just the men though. Notice that. It's not the dark skinned woman and the dark skinned kids that are in. It's just the men. And notice that it's not the light skin is out, it's just the light skinned man is out. The light skinned woman and the light skinned kids are still in. Let's see. Omari Mitchell. If I was to approach R. Morris, she would be more standoffish than naturally gifted. And you think it probably has something to do with skin tone because it's like you think that maybe naturally gifted might be more receptive and open to you because of your skin tone. Let's see. Anna, pretty Afro Infinity. True. The lighter you are, the more privileges you get. Period. Well, I'll tell you, I had to struggle. You don't know the struggle I've been through. Had to struggle and work for everything I got. God damn it. Naturally gifted. Omari, how did you highlight my name? I don't know. R. Morris, I always considered myself to be dark skinned, but with this new generation, they label me as brown skin. Sometimes I think it's like there's situations where it's only like light skin and dark skin. It's like you got to be one or the other. Sometimes they create like a mid ground. Sometimes. Anna, look at politics. Most black men in the White House are light skinned / biracial. Never noticed. Omari Mitchell, I just typed it in fully and it comes out that way. Naturally gifted. Naturally gifted. I noticed that in my community that light-skinned men don't approach me. It's always the dark-skinned men. I personally feel like the community, the black community, really doesn't promote light-skinned folks being in relationships with each other. That's something that I noticed. Like, that's not really promoted for some reason. And I think it probably has something to do with like history. Because I think at one point, light-skinned people being with light-skinned people may have been looked at as being a bit elitist. You know, that could play a part in it. Let's see, R. Morris. Now, I have dated Africans before. Pablo Frescobar. Good day, all. Hey, welcome. I haven't seen you in a while, Pablo. You're in the UK, right, Pablo? Let's see, Omari Mitchell. One of the first things women think about is what the baby will look like. Omari Mitchell, there are light-skinned men in Africa, R. Morris. Wow. Don't be giving R. Morris a hard time, Omari. R. Morris. Well, the Africans I dated were dark. Omari Mitchell. Well, what happened? R. Morris. One was killed by his friend, and the other went back to Africa. Oh, that's terrible. Omari. Well, damn, shit, real. I'm so sorry. Pretty Afro Black Infinity. I think light-skinned, attractive, mixed men get more privilege than light-skinned black men. What are your thoughts? I assume we're comparing perhaps racially ambiguous biracial men to non-ambiguous but light-skinned black men. I assume that's the comparison. Well, we all know the dark-skinned dudes, they getting the most privileges. R. Morris. Now, I have dated a man who was the same color as my color. Well, who was the same as my color, but he lied to me about being married. Wow. For a minute, I actually thought you said that the post said he lied about being mixed. I'm like, what the hell? But ouch. I'm sorry that you went through that, Morris. Let's see. Omari Mitchell, if you dark, don't the light boys slide in your DMs or approach you in the mall? Anna A. I'm very dark. My bro is very light skinned and is often mistaken for either biracial or Arab, even though we have the same parents. Don't judge your people. Is your brother kind of like The Weeknd? Sort of like that sort of a look? Like the rapper The Weeknd? Omari, I think biracial kids get more privilege depending on who the parents are. Yeah, I know you, Omari. You're gonna probably have some biracial kids coming in the future for you. Some beige kids coming in the future. Naturally gifted, Omari Mitchell. My daughter is the shade of Gabrielle Union, and her father is the shade of Idris Elba. And I was so happy my daughter came out dark-skinned. Why were you so happy that your daughter came out dark-skinned? What's wrong with her coming out light-skinned? You know, I mean, hey, right? If this was a dark-skinned woman saying she was happy her children came out light-skinned, you know, we would probably be asking questions about that, you know. So let's try. We're gonna try and make it a little fair here. Pablo Frescobar. Yeah, long time. I was here for the stream the other week. This stream didn't come up in my notifications. Yeah, I'm from London. Okay. Yeah, I know. As far as the notifications, I don't know. YouTube's having their issues, but I know I kind of did a couple of live streams prior to this today, and those live streams, it was some like technical issues, so I kind of like started over. So maybe that may have been a factor in it. Anna, I remember this funny moment where someone thought his girlfriend, who's Haitian and dark, was in an interracial relationship. Again, don't judge your people. That's a good question. Do we consider like, I would say, okay, do we consider if a black person is if a black person's in an interracial relationship, well, scratch that. If a black person is in a relationship and the person is biracial, like, black and some part non-black. Would that be considered an interracial relationship? Okay. R. Morris. Amari Mitchell. I'm married, but when I was in college, a lot of Creole mixed boys gravitated toward me. Hmm. Yeah. Sometimes that does happen. I think like a lot of like brown skin and dark skinned women kind of have some stories about like like a whole bunch of like light skinned dudes or mixed dudes trying to holler at them. Omari Mitchell, naturally gifted. My girl has that same mindset and she is white Italian. I hope my kids are brown or favor me also. I'm Wesley Snipes, Akon Black. That's the thing though. Cause you kind of coming off a bit like Lance Gross a little bit. It's like, you know, not being shady, but you know, it's like if skin tone is kind of like that important or that big of a deal and you want your kids to look like you as far as skin tone and facial features are concerned, wouldn't it just kind of make more sense to go with someone, who has those features? If your kids don't look like you, if your kids have different features, are you going to dislike your child? Omar, I know I suffer from slave syndrome, bruh. Really? But you probably wouldn't care what your daughter comes out looking like, though. Would you? Would you, Omari? All right. Anna A. A little lighter than the weekend with type 3 hair, and I have type 4-ish, and I'm very dark. We look exactly alike, just different hair and skin tone. Okay. You guys have the same parents? Or maybe like you share a parent? Naturally gifted. I love dark skin. It's so beautiful to me. I will agree with you. I do think that dark skin is beautiful. I do think it has a regal quality to it, sort of like a mesmerizing quality to it, you know. Very captivating. Omari Mitchell, R. Morris, I am happy you found love. Is your husband light, if I do may ask? Anna, lots of weekends walking around with dark skinned parents, by the way. It's very common in East Africa, and they're not mixed with anything. I think they are mixed with something, though. Isn't there like some type of a Arab mix with Ethiopian folks? Naturally gifted. My aunt made a comment saying, your baby is going to be dark. And I said, so? My aunt is dark herself. I don't know. I guess she's saying, why would you want to have a dark skinned kid, I guess? Maybe she feels that maybe you would want kids to look like you. Omari, naturally gifted and dark skinned. Let's see. And dark skinned men like myself love your complexion. But I also love my skin color too. See, naturally gifted. Omari, oh wow, you have a beautiful color then. Anna, at naturally gifted. Bruh. I don't know where that came from. R. Morris 100. Omari Mitchell, yes, my husband is mixed. Skin tone is caramel complected. A lot of people say he looks like Jalen Rose, the basketball player. Anna, naturally gifted. Anna, a bruh, what? Amari Mitchell, I know. I suffer from slave syndrome, bruh. Anna, a naturally gifted. Your aunt's comments. Amari Mitchell, no, I love my. Amari Mitchell, no, I love my kids no matter what, as long as they can hoop and read. So if they can't play basketball and they're illiterate, it's like, nah, they ain't my kids. Naturally gifted. Oh yeah, that was crazy. Pretty Afro Black Infinity. I personally don't think there is anything wrong with wanting to have dark-skinned babies, but I see where you're coming from. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, if I kind of had like a dark-skinned son, I think that would be kind of like cool. I mean, a daughter too, but I think for me, like a son, definitely. I think that would kind of be cool. I think that would be kind of cool. But I do kind of feel like I would be a bit ignorant to the things that like darker skinned black people go through. So I don't think I probably would be the best person to help if, say, they had like a problem pertaining to skin tone. But assuming that his mom is dark, which probably would be, I guess I could, she would be there to help. Let's see. Naturally gifted. Light skin is beautiful too, but it's something about dark skin. Naturally gifted is mesmerized by that dark skin. Anna A. Some parents, we have a lot. Let's see, we have a whole range in the family. Same parents, we have a whole range in the family. My mother is dark skinned and my dad is brown skinned. Siblings came out in whole different shades. Omari, I love myself, meaning my black skin, but those yellow white girls be calling me handsome the most, next to my mama. Okay, you just, you feel the women who feel you. You like the women who like you. You show the women love who show you love. Naturally gifted. I have 3 children and they all have different shades. My oldest son is brown skin, my daughter is dark, and my youngest son is lighter than me with light brown eyes. By my daughter being dark skinned, I told her never to be ashamed of her color or to let anyone make her ashamed of her color. Omari Mitchell, LOL. Okay, so you have a dark-skinned, a brown-skinned son, a dark-skinned daughter, and a light-skinned son. Okay. Have you guys ever had colorism talks? Well, I guess you did say that you told her never to be ashamed of her skin tone, so I guess that would be a colorism talk. Omari Mitchell, naturally gifted. Please don't tell me you show more favoritism towards the dark skin. I guess a dark skinned daughter. Please show equal love to all. I agree. I don't think you should do that to your children. I'm not saying that naturally gifted does because I don't know her, but I'm just saying in general. In general. Anna A. We did a DNA test. I am 5% Yemeni, which isn't Arab, in my opinion, because they're their own ethnicity and not a mix. They're dark skinned, just like Ethiopian Jews. They're just their own group too. Well, they're their own group too. Okay. I did my DNA test too, and my DNA test showed up like less than 1% Middle Eastern. Amari Mitchell, please show equal love to all. Okay. Pretty Afro Black Infinity. It's funny because light-skinned mixed dudes have always been the most popular in school. I'll say in my school, I went to a majority black school, and I would say that the brown-skinned, dark-skinned dudes seem to be the more popular ones. I think light-skinned dudes probably managed, you know. Let's see. Pretty Afro Black. Did y'all have a football, basketball, or baseball team? Amari Mitchell. No. I love all my babies, but by let's see, but my daughter being dark, she is going to have more problems when it comes to her skin tone. Okay, so you just want to prepare your daughter for the BS. All right, do you watch Naturally Gifted? Do you watch Chrissy's channel? Chrissy's YouTube channel? You know, Chrissy's like an anonymous YouTuber who posts a lot of content pertaining to colorism and you know, colorism specifically geared toward dark-skinned women. I'm sure you probably have. Nope. Oh, you never heard of Chrissy? You don't know who Chrissy is? Naturally Gifted. You sound like a wise mom. I sense no colorism denial. But then again, this is online. LOL. Anna A. Colorism is an everyday topic because of me. I had to check my parents and aunties and uncles. My grandparents are sweethearts, but they will never get it. So you're trying to, you know, educate your family on colorism, the ills of colorism. Okay. Whatever, naturally gifted. Whatever I type, I am that way in person. No games over here, Omari Mitchell. Pretty Afro Black Infinity. I smell a Chrissy hater. Are you a Chrissy fan? Afro Black Infinity? She said, yes, I love me some Chrissy. Okay, that's good to hear. R. Morris, to make the highlight, at them. Omari Mitchell, I hope my woman, I guess I see hope. I hope my woman because as confident and wise as you are naturally gifted, she is white and not just light. Hmm. Let's see. I hope my woman becomes as confident and wise as you are naturally gifted, but she is white, not just light. Okay, I get you. Do any of you guys post content on YouTube? Or are you guys just viewers? And if so, is your content like what type of content? Nope. Nope. We got two no's. Okay. Three no's. Viewers. Omari, send me a mic camera. You got a cell phone, don't you, Omari? You can use your cell phone. Viewer, naturally gifted. Okay. Anna, I don't have the voice for it. Are you sure? I mean, my voice ain't nothing special either. You know, some people have that like radio voice or like that announcer type voice. Where it's like, next, coming to the stage, we have. Oh, Mari Mitchell, yo, I'm viewing this from the Walmart throw out the window when the cops behind you phone. I forgot what they call that phone service. It's like Net 10 or Telecom or something. That Walmart phone. A 2 megapixel camera. Well, you just got to put it really close up to your face. But yeah. Naturally gifted. Do you have a preference? Referring to me or to somebody else in the chat? Omari Mitchell, preference in what? Okay, so you're referring to me. I'm guessing you mean like a skin tone preference, right? She talking to you. Okay. I'm assuming you mean a skin tone preference. And I say perhaps. Perhaps I do. Naturally gifted. I am to the point I don't care what color you are as long as you treat me right. Omari Mitchell. He about to say dark skinned women. Now, how you know that, Omari? But I do kind of agree with what you're saying, naturally gifted. Yeah. Because sometimes it is tough to find people. But I assume the guy that you're with currently would be dark skinned, though. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Naturally gifted. You look like you like chocolate. Now, how is that a look? You can just look at folks and tell them and tell what's up. But sometimes I do notice when lighter skinned people are preferring or making their preferences known for darker skinned people, they tend not to make excuses or anything. They tend to just express their preferences and keep it moving. But I feel like when dark skinned people express their preferences for lighter skinned people, they sometimes kind of may feel the need to make an excuse or kind of throw something in there, you know. And I understand that, but I'm just saying. Omari Mitchell, because you're the spitting image of my best friend from high school. He loved chocolate girls. He loved his gold looking skin right back. Oh, sorry. They loved his gold looking skin right back. You guys ever notice that, like, in TVs and movies, sometimes they kind of used to do like that, you know, dark skin, light skin best friend pairing, like Kid and Play from House Party, or like Pam and Gina from Martin. I guess Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff. Anna, once you unlearn these annoying stereotypes and focus on the individual, life becomes easier. I did that and dated different shades. Each person was on some other BS. Skin tone shouldn't matter. Yeah, I don't think it should either. Naturally gifted. Love to be, let's see. Um, Love to be with a black man, but if another race approached me, I am down. But I do love my black people. Okay. So I'm guessing you naturally gifted, it seemed like I'm getting the vibe that you may have really, you've tried with black men and you may have come to a point where you're like, okay, you know, I'm trying, but things aren't working out exactly how I would like them to work out. So you're kind of like at this point open, you know. Anna, the leading light skinned kid and the pet dark skinned kid. Yes, I still see that upside down smiling face. Now, why they gotta be a pet dark skinned kid now? I don't like that. Anna, and I mean different shades of black people. LMAO. Non-black men get no love from me because they have a creepy dark skin fetish. Skull. Her. Anna. LOL. Anna's gonna make sure she is not a fetish. But I can't blame you, Anna. We don't want to be a fetish. You know, because fetishization is, it can be very dehumanizing. And black people have been dehumanized enough. That's why, like, when the police brutality stuff happens, it seems like people don't care, because I think sometimes we aren't granted humanity. We're not seen as human. Enough said. Hey, welcome to the chat, Enough. I remember you. We're just kind of discussing things about skin tone, what folks like as far as skin tone is concerned. Naturally gifted, but Anna is right about the fetish thing. I notice when white men are with a black woman, she is dark skinned. They have some light skinned biracial women do date white men too. Meghan Markle, right? She's probably the most popular at the moment. Anna A. Notice how racist white men tend to date dark-skinned black women too. Like that whole McClure situation, that McClure family situation. Omari Mitchell, we discussed my white girlfriend. LOL. Yeah, that was a bit of a, like, oh. It's like, oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. And I, would definitely like to discuss further Omari. But, I know that it would be a lot to just dump on questions after question after question, So you're going to have to space it out some. Enough said. I think it's weird to prefer a certain color of skin. I think our preferences are really shaped by our experiences in society. Amari Mitchell, bring the questions. Okay, how do your siblings feel about you dating interracially? Anna A. Naturally gifted. I call my bro many times and refuse to be alone and go out with friends. These men tend to have racially violent fetishes. Mm-hmm. Enough said. Okay, now that you put it that way, I can sort of understand. Amari Mitchell, my older brother used to call my girlfriend a snow bunny until they had a real conversation about furthering the community. Your older brother was giving you a hard time. Oh, how about your parents? Let's see. My family pulls no punches. Okay. But I noticed that you seem to be enduring this though. So is this woman really special? Because it seemed like this would have to be a really special person if you would endure this type of stuff. Naturally gifted. I had a light-skinned boyfriend that I was crazy in love with. He treated me like shit. Ouch. I'm sorry. It's kind of tough when you feel a certain way about somebody, but they don't feel the same way about you. Okay, Omari Mitchell. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's the one. Aw. Sorry. Enough said. Omari, your family doesn't approve of your girlfriend? Omari Mitchell, I just sacrificed a year away from school to help her get her master's in Cleveland at Case Western. Worked 2 jobs. She just did school. Is naturally gifted. Omari Mitchell, when is the wedding? I know. I know. I want to see some wedding pics and some children pics too. Enough said. Sound like you are taking care of this woman so she can go to school. Omari Mitchell, my family loves her more than me. Amari Mitchell. Or sorry, naturally gifted. Amari Mitchell. You in Cleveland? I am too. I think Omari's in Baltimore. I thought, unless I misunderstood. But yeah, naturally gifted. I have family in Ohio too. Yeah, like my father's side of the family is from Ohio. Yeah, I think probably the last time I used to go to Ohio during the summers when I was a kid, but the last time I went was like in 2009. I went to the family reunion. Anna, Adamari Mitchell. I'm glad you're working hard. Many mixed kids complain about being raised by white women because of the dads leaving them. You're doing a great job. And let's see, Omari Mitchell. We don't have any kids, lol. I'm 25 and she's 23. Omari Mitchell. After they had Thanksgiving together and saw she wasn't afraid to scrub a dish or season food, she was good. Okay, so your mom ain't giving you no grief no more. Yeah, compliments to you for your hard work, Omari. Omari Mitchell. We had an agreement, or we made an agreement, to see 5 countries before our first kid. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it. Love is love. It does not know any color. Well, some people think it does naturally gifted. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying. Some people do kind of think love has a color, you know. Amari Mitchell. She went to South Africa, and I've been to Canada. I would like to go to Canada. I've been to Canada too, to Canada as well. It was like an island in one of the Great Lakes. But I would like to visit Quebec. You know, I would really like to visit Quebec. Enough said. How do you explain preferences if it doesn't know color? So you think color is a factor in people's preferences? Anna, I think love knows colors. LOL. Okay, naturally gifted. Gotta go. My grandson is here. Gotta babysit. Oh, all right. Thanks for showing up. Naturally gifted. I appreciate that. I have been going for a bit of a long time, longer than I usually go. Yeah, I have a new cell phone. It seems to get some good battery life. Unfortunately, my old cell phone got heat damage, so I wasn't able to charge it anymore or connect it to my computer. So I had to come out of my pocket and get a new cell phone. So I felt kind of salty about that all week. But I'll say at least this cell phone's getting good battery life so far. But then again, the battery is new, so maybe that has something to do with it. But maybe it's the way that the cell phone is function or designed. I don't know. Amari Mitchell, naturally gifted. We just moved to Rochester from Cleveland last week. Stayed in Coventry, worked in Beechwood Mall. Rochester, New York, a Enough said. Absolutely. The first thing you notice about a person is the way that they look. Correct? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if they were looking all blummy, run down, it might not be an attractive look to you. See you next time, naturally gifted. Thanks for showing up. I really appreciate it. Listen. Any more questions? Amari Mitchell said. Questions. Have any people, like when you guys have been out and about, has anybody ever said like a sly comment or treated you guys as, in a negative way? Enough said. I agree. Only a small few experience true love. Yeah, unfortunately. Anna. To me, love is also my culture, my skin, the diaspora, awareness, wealth, business, politics, etc. People literally get divorced because of politics, because of their kids and their future. R. Morris. I personally think love does have limits, and I think it's really hard to find true love, and only few will find it. Yeah, that's a bit of a downer, but I do think that it's true. Omari Mitchell. Yes. Exclamation point. We lived up the street from Little Italy, and when we would, I guess, walk together, old fat cigar in the mouth white guys would say, "I hate that shit," but usually a look silences them. Melissa Cano, clap, clap, clap at Anna. Oh, thanks for showing up, Melissa. Y'all think the white guy's hating because he's got a sexy Italian chick and they lonely and they ain't got nothing? Enough said. I'm curious to know what the average white guy thinks of interracial relationships between minorities and white women. I think you know what they think, enough said. I think you know. Amari Mitchell. We also had white people let their exhaust pipes smoke off right in our faces. Ouch. Why are people so... Why do people have so much animosity? I have an acquaintance from high school who says, like, he's in an interracial relationship, and he had said that, he had kind of went through a couple of things, like, being in a bar and like being called, you know, a racial slur. Oh, look, there's some deer. Let me see if I can show you guys the deer. You see the deer? Okay, they kind of looking at me. Oh, they ran away. Okay. Anna, white dudes literally ordering wives from Asia and Russia, and sometimes Nigeria. In exchange, these women get citizenship. Melissa Cano, that's true, Anna. Anna, they say that Silicon Valley has a high percentage of ordered brides. Oh. Amari Mitchell, I walk into bars and they say it's getting dark in here. I've literally heard it all, but I'm cool though. My skin is as thick as it is dark. What's with it's getting dark in here? What? Folks got to do better. Omari, what draws you to date outside your race? Or did it just happen naturally? It happened naturally, bruh. I'm from Baltimore. Anna, white people jokes are so seasonless. Yeah, I'll agree to that. Like, where the seasoning at? Went to college in upstate New York. So you are originally from Baltimore, went to college in upstate New York, went to live in Cleveland, then went to Rochester, or you're currently in Rochester. Melissa Connell, I personally think white men are just jealous. LOL, Omari. I mean, I guess these white men kind of feel like they got like these dudes in interracial relationships kind of got something that like took something from them, you know. Omari Mitchell, school was 99% white. The black girls had already had BFs or boyfriends. They were holding down in jail, and that lived in New York. That ride or die black chick, struggle love, bailing him out of jail. Couldn't Anna A? Couldn't be me. White people tend to not approach me unless they're very friendly or creeps. It's the way you walk and look that you have to work with, too. Enough said. Interesting, Omari. Good luck with that relationship. Yeah, I hope that, Omari, you guys have a great relationship, and I hope that, you know, you you are able to have your relationship in peace. You know, Although, I'm don't want people to misunderstand as if am, a promoter of swirling, you know. But I don't really knock folks for swirling as long as they ain't on no coon shit, As long as you're not being on like coon shit. Because I do think as a collective, I think the best option for black people is black people as a collective. But as an individual, I think it can work. But perhaps the adversity can make you guys' relationship even stronger, though. Enough said. No judgment here, dude. Just weird. This sudden trend of interracial dating. Omari Mitchell. I took 2 black girls to senior prom. Never seen where I am now coming. Only my mom did. There, there you go. Omari Mitchell. My mom would literally say they are after your melanin. Yeah, they got mesmerized by all that melanin. Enough said. I heard it's really good quote from white person not to marry for love, but marry for financial stability. Hmm. Damn it. One time I got. Oh wow! I didn't know I was out here for that long. Wow. I didn't even know it was already 7. Oh, Mari Mitchell. I live with her parents. I guess she never heard that quote. Enough said. I apologize for my misspelling. I just came from a job interview and my brain is on fry. Oh, okay. What was the job interview about? Well, I guess what was the job? I hope you get it. Omari Mitchell. Plus, she loves my dirty draws. Is that literally or are you speaking figuratively? Pablo Frescobar. Marriage is a business transaction. Okay. It's a quote. Okay, so it's probably not literally. That's a Southern quote. That's the first time I've heard that. All right, that's the first time I've heard that quote. I think I might need to look that up. I didn't know that was a Southern quote. Go to Baltimore. Is Baltimore considered South though? I guess it probably is. Was Maryland considered a slave state? No, I don't know. Okay, enough said. I'm from Delaware, dude. I have an idea of how bad Baltimore is. Yeah. That's why I left. Leave Baltimore. I didn't know Baltimore was bad. I guess I'm slow. I had thought about moving there. No, it's north and it's trash. I wasn't trying to get smoked or become a smoker. Heroin. Anna, like they're mostly corrupt, but they're like on top. Baltimore is in Maryland, a Confederate state, y'all. Now you saying y'all. When was this Southern talk about damn 2 or 3 hours ago? Enough said. East Coast isn't for me, period. Where you at? Enough said. California? Anna A. I heard a lot of people are leaving Cali and New York for Houston, though. Yeah, I heard that Texas was kind of like a popular spot for people to, move to. Omari, laugh out loud. I never knew y'all was Southern. You never knew y'all as in the word y'all was Southern? Okay, definitely remember you posting that enough said about El Paso. I actually I had a not a midlife crisis. I had a quarter life crisis, and my quarter life crisis took me to El Paso, Texas. I went halfway across the country because of my quarter life crisis. All right. But yeah, Omari, yeah. Y'all is a southern word. No people up north be using y'all. No people west be using y'all. I guess maybe some black folks. Omari Mitchell. I say it all the time, no matter people automatically know I'm not from upstate New York. Oh, sorry. I say it all the time. No wonder people automatically know I'm not from upstate New York. Well, because you exactly you said y'all is definitely a southern thing. It's supposed to be you guys up north, I think. Enough said. East Coast, not for long though. My husband is getting ready to re-enlist, so we are trying for Germany. Okay. My sister is hoping that her fiance gets stationed in Germany. Miami is nice too. Yeah, my sister's currently in Miami. Yeah, I do like the landscape of Miami. Well, just probably in Florida in general. Omari Mitchell. No more me dating a white woman questions. She's right here. Oh, thanks for being right there next to your boyfriend. Um, I guess I'm not sure if I have any questions. I would say maybe does she probably is she aware of what she may be getting into dating a black man? Because, I think we as black people, we come with baggage, we come with some baggage that I think people sometimes aren't willing to deal with. Let's see. Enough said. LMAO. Didn't y'all didn't know y'all was a southern thing. You all. How am I really? I thought it was just obvious that y'all was a southern thing. I mean, nobody in damn um, Washington State is saying y'all. Nobody in California is saying y'all. Oregon. Amari Mitchell, she is very aware. She used to think I just yelled all the time, but met my family and found out we are loud talkers. Okay. Loud ass black people. Let's see, another question. If you guys have kids, what race would you raise your kids to be? Black, white, mixed, biracial? Omari, black. Black, black. That's the thing that kind of makes me be kind of a bit feeling a certain type of way. Because, like, these interracial relationships, it's like the kids get raised black and, like, oh, my kids are black. But I'm like, if you wanted black kids and you're black, why not be with someone who's black? No shade, just throwing that out there. Omari Mitchell, my kids will have smokers in their cribs. I guess you guys won't be raising Italian kids. Richie McIntyre at Pretty Afro Black Infinity. I don't do Chrissy either. How come? What's wrong with Chrissy? Yeah. Enough said. I don't see why they can't be biracial. That's a good point. I think sometimes black people, especially black men, kind of want their kids to be black so that they can be low key. Kind of seem like they're not selling out as a part of it. And this isn't directed at Omari Mitchell. It's just in a general sort of a thing. So. But I notice, like, even with the women, though, sometimes they like, oh, my kids are black, even though they're mixed. It's like, my kids are black, my kids are black. And it's just like, well, it's like they force their kids to be black and they want their kids to date and marry black, even though their parents introduced non-blackness to them in their DNA. Amari Mitchell, they will know how to make chicken parmesan. Anna, just have black kids with black people. That's kind of like where I'm saying, Anna. That's kind of like where I come from with folks sometimes. It's like, I don't have a problem with biracial people claiming black, you know. I'm not going to just sit up here and say like they don't have a claim to blackness. But sometimes with the parents, I'm just like, well, why not the kids? Why, if you wanted like a black child, why not have a kid with someone who's black, you know? Omari Mitchell, the world will see them as biracial to separate them from me. Omari Mitchell, Anna, hey, do you want my kid? Any females in the chat want my kids? Okay then. Okay, calm down, Omari. All right, we not coming at you like, we just having a matter. We just having a old matter here. Enough said. It's not about separating your children from you. No one can take your kids from you but yourself. Omari Mitchell, the black girl I thought I would be with got pregnant my first semester away at school. Anna, sorry, but I view you as what you look like. 90% of biracial people marry white people, and then their kids are white, not black. All your wealth goes to white people. Enough said. I think a lot of these swirlers do it out of convenience. Yeah, it is more convenient to have your child identify as the race that you are, you know. Omari Mitchell, I was a little hype. LOL. I'm sorry. It's okay, Omari. It's all right. We ain't attacking you. We ain't attacking you, okay? I'm not attacking you. I'm just asking some questions. That's all. And I appreciate you, opening up the dialogue for this. Because, a lot of people wouldn't be able to do something like this to put themselves on the spot. Richie McIntyre, let's be clear to parentheses BA. Separating those we see as biracial is a new concept because being black was the only thing that was given to us. This is why we kind of have the one drop rule. Okay. Omari Mitchell, I'm dating her because she once stole a bike for me, so I didn't have to walk 2 miles to work. Is that a true story, Omari? See, Omari's white woman is holding him down. Well, it sounds like she holding you down and you just like, hey, you know what? If you like me, I like you. If you love me, I love you. Uh-huh. Enough said. I'm not. I was actually trying to change the subject. I don't believe in criticizing others for their own decisions. Omari. Oh, sorry, Richie. I was writing for you for a second, man. Omari Mitchell. She stole it from me, but let me use it. every morning. The bike got stolen back. Richie, so you are stealing bikes in college? Question mark. At Richie, he's trolling. Yes, Richie. Okay. All right. Well, I don't condone stealing. I don't condone stealing. So I can't just, you know, give you the thumbs up on stealing. But, there's other things that I can give you thumbs up on. Let's see. Amari Mitchell, I am only able to go to school because my dad was Nam vet. A Vietnam vet. Richie McIntyre. Anna A. I see it now. Anna A. Serious question. How does everyone feel about their wealth being distributed to other communities if you go IR, interracial? I'm trying to build mine, Anna. I could never do that, man. Um, Omari, not because of my parents' money or FAFSA, I work 2 jobs and get VA benefits. Yes, Vietnam. Okay. Pablo Frescobar, Anna, the Jews don't do it. They are the ones in power. It keeps me up Anna, it keeps me up at night. Up till now, I thought I knew what all. I really wish I could see and hear you guys' voices. Omari Mitchell, I'm aware of the risk I'm taking. I'm not cooning. Anna A. At Omari Mitchell. She might be alright, but the racists that are related to her are also going to profit. Get a lawyer. Richie McIntyre. I love the concept of keeping the wealth in our community. I won't even support businesses of people who date out. Richie McIntyre don't play. At Pablo Frescobar. Exactly. They don't play these games. Amari Mitchell. Anna, you are 100% correct. She once said to me if she was black, she wouldn't even talk to white people because of what she heard and knows. Hmm. I wonder what drew her to you, Omari Mitchell. Besides the melanin, besides the charm. Looks, etc. Pablo Frescobar. The ones that don't mess with other races are the ones with the most power. That's something to think about. Richie McIntyre. We have to start learning from Native Africans. They don't play that shit. I've seen some Native Africans in interracial relationships.
Why don't you stop at the waterfront with me?
Enough said. LMAO. The shade is real in here. Omari Mitchell. She saw me helping kids at the Boys and Girls Club of the small town of Dunker, New York. I've had her heart ever since. Aw. That's sweet. You guys sound like you are just really in love. Amari, plus your boy can chef it up on the grill. So you can cook a good meal too. Yeah, you know, eating is important. Let's see. Richie McIntyre at Omari Mitchell. I am Native African. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong comment. I agree with that. That's how my grandfather is. He hates white people with a passion. And I just blank stare at him. Richie McIntyre. Richie McIntyre, I am Native African and I got some coons too, and severe elitism issues, and tribal issues. And yes, the wealth stays intact, but don't romanticize it because most IR channels by coons come from Africa. And Richie said that he used to be a regional director for a Boys and Girls Club. Okay.